just are so grueling.
It's a crazy way to make a living.
Yeah.
Dustin's on top of the world right now. God damn, he's on fire, dude. He's on fire. He's got the big title shot coming up against Charles Oliveira.
Yeah.
That's a great fight.
Yeah, Oliveira didn't lose since Felder, I think, was the last time that he lost.
I think you're right.
That was different.
That was, Felder fucked him up with elbows from the top.
Yeah, I'm so excited, man.
Yeah, he's got a real good shot. But Oliveira's so technical, man. He's so beautiful the way he moves, man. Everything he does is perfect. Like his jiu-jitsu's perfect, his striking's perfect.
Yeah.
But
he's like a flamingo. He's like that violent flamingo.
Flamingo.
To me, in a way, when I see him, he's more of a. It has almost a ballet to it, and I don't mean that in like a negative term. That guy's a real tough and talented man.
I know what you're saying. It's just beautiful.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's very technical. Like his everything he throws, it's like his punches, his kicks, even his submissions. It's all perfect technique.
Yeah.
He's one of the most interesting guys to watch for me because. He never is out of position. He never winds up wild and throws big crazy shit.
Yeah.
Everything is straight down the pipe. Everything is perfect position. Like if you were going to study a striker or even a grappler, or you just want to study someone's technique, Oliveira is a great guy to study.
Yeah.
Because he just does everything right.
Yeah, I mean, you've turned. I think you've turned on a lot of people to the sport, but definitely me. Learning from you, from Brendan, just from hearing you guys talk about it enough. I used to be afraid when the women would fight each other. I would be like, this has to stop. You know what I'm saying? I just felt so bad for the ovaries, for the future children. I would just be
hilarious.
But now I'm like, if I see Shevchenko get in there, dude, I'm freaking doing the spins in the living room. I'm going off,
She's an assassin, dude.
Oh,
that
man.
lady's an assassin.
It's exciting. Being able to kind of get to know him over the years has been cool. And yeah, just that whole universe, man, seeing all these, it's just so, because I was always afraid to fight when I was a kid, I was always it was that would be the hardest thing,
Fighting's scary.
So seeing people do it and and that's their way to express themselves kind of.
And make a living. I mean, that's how Dustin makes his money, which is crazy.
Yeah.
Imagine all the money to pay for food and your house all relies on you punching people in the face. It's kind of crazy.
I would sneak around and do it. I don't know if I would do it I wouldn't do it sanctioned.
It's just such a nerve-wracking way to make a living because also Dustin had to get surgery on his hip. He's had stem cells and shit. Guys are always breaking their hands. Your body is also what you need to make a living, and bodies are vulnerable. They break.
And Louisiana stem cells, them bitches probably had shrimp in them, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? That thing probably had a bouillabaisse in it or something.
I bet he went out of state.
I bet he has rice in his hip right now.
Some filler.
Oh, they definitely put a little extra something in there.
I bet he went out of state for those stem cells.
Yeah. He texted me after the fight because me and Theo, Theo's a big Dustin Poirier fan because we're both from Louisiana.
Oh, yeah.
And obviously I'm a Conor rider. And so, and I love Dustin. I'm way closer with Dustin, but just for the show, it's fun to bet. And so I bet Theo $1,000 cash.
Whoa.
So as soon as Dustin, I don't know why he thought this, as soon as he got backstage, he must have got to his phone, text me, pay Theo his money. Congrats,
that must have been on his head.
Dude,
right after he stopped
it's all love. It's all love, man.
Can't wait to tweet. Yeah, you can't say that with a fighter. You bet against a fighter, you can't say it.
Yeah,
they get mad
though. Yeah, they get mad. Take it personally.
Dude, Oliveira's no joke, son.
But Oliveira, now on Oliveira's side, that guy is a fucking savage on his feet who will hook you up on the ground on his back.
Dude, Oliveira looks real good standing up,
He's
man.
a savage. High level on high level, two different styles, but still crazy.
Oliveira doesn't have a weakness in his game either. His stand-up is nasty, and his ground game is terrifying.
He has a ton of experience. People forget how long he's been doing it. He's just on this hot streak right now. Six or seven in a row.
Yeah, he's been around a long time, and this is an opportunity for him.
I'm all about Charles Oliveira. I love the fact that he's a jiu-jitsu black belt, and his jiu-jitsu is unorthodox. I love all that.
Yeah,
but
dude, I'm really impressed with
Me too.
Oliveira stand-up.
Oliveira don't give a fuck.
But it's just a technique. It's not that he doesn't give a fuck. He definitely
comes
doesn't.
forward.
But it's also his technique. His technique's super sharp. Look at that uppercut.
Look at that shit.
There's no fat to any of this.
But look at him stay in the pocket too and read it and everything. It's so good, man.
Look at that front kick up the middle to the
Come
chin.
on, man.
No telegraphing. It just comes back.
Exactly, Eddie.
Oliveira for the title, and just, you know, the hard style to figure out. He just was so good, man.
Everything's good with that guy.
Yeah, stand-up is as well.
Technical.
For sure.
Yeah.
I mean, I doubled down on myself. I've said that before, and I'll keep saying it because it's true. I stepped aside, let Chandler fight Oliveira for the belt. I went and beat Conor again, and now I'm back at the title shot, which I knew would happen if I would have won that fight. I just believed in myself and doubled down. I don't want to get caught up in that mindset. Like, a fight is a fight, and this guy's very dangerous. He has so many finishes in the UFC, so much experience, and I'm not, you know, putting that aside. Like, this is a huge fight for him, for his legacy, for me, for my legacy, and all the experience throughout our whole career has built up to this fight, you know, and the guy's very dangerous and very capable, and yeah, that's all I got to say, man. I respect his journey to get where he's at, to be the undisputed champ, because I have a similar one. But we've both shown, I feel like, flashes of being a great fighter, flashes of brilliance in other fights. You know, he's shown exceptional capabilities that he has in spurts in different fights, and I feel like I've done the same, and maybe he's putting it all together now on this streak he's on, the world champion. I'm obviously, personally, I feel great, incredible mentally and physically, so I think I'm putting it together. You know, you might have two guys with a lot of experience at the top of their games really fighting for the lightweight belt here. This is a big fight, and I watched Charles' history. He is great at jiu-jitsu. He has a lot of submissions, but the guy's a scrapper, and the guy will fight anywhere the fight goes, and that's the kind of fights I want to be involved in. You know, the guy's really, you know, a lot of scrambles, a lot of striking exchanges, up and down. You know, he gets into crazy, exciting fights, and that's what I'm going to be part of. Those are the kind of fights I feel like I excel at. That's the goal of mine, is to get this fight into those deep waters and see who really wants it more, see who's willing to bleed more, and leave it all out there, because I know I will, no question about it. But going to what Justin said, dude, I've said this, I'm saying the same shit over and over again, every interview. It feels corny, but when a fighter goes out there, our last fight's the most important. And he got hurt, came back second round and showed a championship grit and finished Michael Chandler, a guy that just took Justin to the you know, to hell. So if that says anything, you know, you're as good as your last fight. He's a world champion.
Mike Brown. He told these very good things about red zone, and I agree with him. You cannot go to the Charles Oliveira red zone. This guy is real finisher. He's very dangerous, and I think if Dustin Poirier take him to the deep ocean like he told us, I think he's gonna win. But if he rush, I think Charles Oliveira gonna have chance. You know, my opinion, like 60-40. I think Dustin Poirier, because of his cardio and heart, my opinion. But Charles is very, very dangerous opponent, and you know, it's like right now he's real champion, and because he have 9 win streak, you know, he beat Tony Ferguson, he finished 8 guys, you know, and it's very interesting fight for me.
I think we saw a new wrinkle to Oliveira as well. Before, if he was down, he just couldn't rally himself back into the fight. This fight, he was down, almost finished in the first, came back. So he's showing he's a true champion. And this guy has,
I'm gonna jump on.
You know, he paid his dues.
No, 100% experience. You keep learning. Win or lose.
Yeah.
Win or lose. See, that's the thing that differentiates you guys from boxing. Because it's not a death sentence if you lose a fight. Yeah,
Right.
Boxing's like, oh my God, he's not on. No, and then the managers don't allow. They keep the fighters from getting the fights that you got, that Oliveira got, to make you better. The fights that you lost, but they made you better. They made it possible for you to beat a Conor McGregor. They made it possible for him to beat Chandler because he had those. Because the managers were not afraid to take that fight because they might get a loss. All they thought about was, no, they're going to get better. This is what we need. And that's what fighters need, boxers. And they don't get it. Quite often they don't get
Right.
it. And then you have to get that experience so you become a better fighter. That's what matters. And then in the end, you get the payoff. But a lot of times, these managers in boxing and the pros, they protect their record. Okay, looks beautiful. 15. Oh, that's nice. 17. Oh, beautiful. 24-0. And then finally, you fight a veteran guy, the real deal, and bang, you got